Hi, this is RonkePosh. I'm head of school at Posh School. And today, today, whenever you're watching it, I'll be talking about school resumption in Lagos specifically, Lagos, Nigeria. So schools have been asked to resume on the 21st of September 2020. So schools can now resume. So a lot of schools have been very anxious. A lot of parents want their children back in school. However, there's still a significant number of parents that don't want their children in school. They want their children online. So a couple of days ago, we had this new guidelines from the Ministry of Education to say that we can go back to school. So a lot of hooray, hurrah, hurrah, and a lot of does it mean we can go physically? Does it mean it's online? Does it mean we can have all the children? What does it really mean? Was pretty simple. It wasn't simple because I believe that a lot of people were agitated. Now, if you already have your plans and you know you're going online, it wouldn't really bother you. With public schools, JSS3, SS3, going back to school first before the others go back to school. However, for a lot of private schools, there was a lot of, what do we do? If we stagger the resumption that has been suggested, if I have a child and my child is in maybe year 4 and I have another child in preschool, what happens? Because my preschooler is not allowed to go to school yet. So a lot of people are in a position where they're like, what are we going to blend? Let's try and do some work at home. But it's a bit random. So people are looking for a prescription, as in what exactly should we do? So how should we, even if we stagger it, a lot of our children have siblings. A lot of our parents have to go to work. And if they go to work, what happens with the children? Who picks them up? Who drops them? Because now the school day is shorter. Should we do afternoons? Should we do mornings? What happens? So whilst it's simple, from the questions I've received, it is not simple because people are still struggling with their planning. Now, I've had all sorts of questions. I can only speak about what I know concerning Lagos State. So I've had people ask me about Anambra State and other states. There's third term and first term to be carried out from September to December, 6 weeks each. How do we charge school fees? What happens? I can't really speak to that. But we're supposed to continue first term from September. If you're a school that hasn't done third term, sadly, you're going to have to look for a way to bridge that gap. So as clever and creative educators, you look for a way to bridge the gap. That is the only thing I can say to that. When it comes to resumption, it's very important that you're communicating with the parents, and if you're a parent, you'll be communicating with the school to know what their plans are. Now, there are ministry guidelines that needs to be followed. You need to go to the OEQA website. Just Google OEQA, and then you find their website, and it is the Quality Assurance Department for the Ministry of Education in Lagos. You're supposed to register your school there. I mean, there are challenges there because we also tried to register. We went in the middle of the night when we thought it would be quiet, but we weren't successful for a long time. So it might be a challenge. However, go and register there. There's also supposed to be training that will be done online so that you can be aware of what to do regarding the COVID-19 children. So other things that you should implement, masks before you come into the school, signs to say so, people washing their hands, sanitizers as well, social distancing spots all around, seats separated, outdoor learning incorporated into the learning. Some people can even go to school Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, or just choose the days that you want the children to resume in school. But whatever we do, we have to put safety first. And we have to be wise about the decisions and the decisions that we are making. We can't make profit the reason why we bring children back to school and expose them to a lot of risks. So I understand that some people are already in debt, schools are in debt, schools need money, and this COVID-19 has not been a respecter of schools, irrespective of the size of the school. It's those schools that had reserves and were very clever with their money that even are managing right now. So all those bank loans and all those banks that came for you, if you had taken their loans, I'm sure you're not smiling now, but I pray that you get over this time. So let's get back to what we were talking about. So a number of schools have now again gone to get some money from whoever, from wherever, to be able to implement some of the things that the government want them to do. Some have gone to buy canopies, some have bought sinks, installed sinks, looked for somewhere for the isolation center, looked for a way so that they can have more room, more furniture. You know, money has been spent. Some people have bought fancy sanitizing machines. They bought all sorts of things to prove to the parents that the environment is safe enough for the children to come into the school. Now, if you prepare the environment and you don't have that conversation with the parents and they don't want to come back to school, you will sink another lot of money. So you must engage the parents. I know a lot of people don't want to, a lot of schools don't want to engage the parents because there's been conflict, and that's quite sad because there was a lot of conflict between schools and their parents, and there should always be communication because we are all working in the best interest of the children, so it should never really be war. So ensure that you're having this communication. You are allowed to resume from the 21st physically and or online, or a combination of both. You are allowed to resume from the 21st. What is being said is that you should stagger the resumption. Make sure it's safe. It is better for you to have some children resume on day one than to have everyone, so that you can even pilot and know how things will go. That is the recommendation, which is fine. It's fair enough. So I think these are some of the things that were not properly understood, and while people are still having this impression or perception that Lagos State doesn't know what they are doing per se, to an extent, quote and unquote, comments everywhere, WhatsApp groups, all sorts of things. But we can resume from the 21st. We can resume from 21st of September. You can go to school physically. Now, the younger one, the preschoolers, cannot go to school, should not go to school, because it's difficult to social distance them. It's difficult to get them not to touch or crawl or do things like that. It's difficult to keep them 100% safe. Even when there wasn't the COVID, pre-COVID, they are the ones that get the cold, the ones that the immunity is still low. They're still building it, the ones that get ill and the running noses and all those sort of things. So it is recommended that the children under the age of 2 should stay at home. I think it's age 5, preschoolers, not just the children under the age of 2. I'm talking about another context. So I'm talking about children under the age of 2 should just stay offline because they don't need the screen time. Children under the age of 5 are to stay at home. So the preschoolers are to stay at home. No school time. Preschoolers. So is that clear? I'll say it again so you don't say you heard it from RonkePosh wrong. Preschoolers under the age of 5, if you're not in primary 1, elementary, they should be at home. That is the Lagos State recommendation. My own personal recommendation is the child is under 2. There's no point bothering that child with screen time. And even older ones, we need to manage the screen time because it is a lot. It's affecting their posture, their back, their sight, and social skills, and so many things. That is what the recommendation is. So I've put a summary right behind here. Watch the summary and let me know your feedback. I hope this helps. And I pray and I hope that you settle nicely this term. I hope you can get more traction, support somebody, support a school, be encouraging. It's a difficult time for many schools at this time. So I hope that we can work together, collaborate in the best interest of the Nigerian child. It's not a competition. It is not a war. It is just in the best interest of the Nigerian child. Whatever we do out of a place of love. So sometimes it looks like there's conflict, but it really isn't conflict. Everybody is doing what they can with the little that they know. And yeah, we all know very little in the grand scale of things. So please make love, not war. I'll see you later. And don't forget to see the summary pack at the end of this slide. It's only about 21 seconds long. See you. Bye.